The following program contains reenactments. Some names have been changed to protect identities.
Is there any way you can be pregnant?
No.
How could a woman not know she's pregnant?
I still wore bikinis.
3 women.
Is that blood?
3 shocking and unexpected pregnancies.
The baby came out and it flew into the toilet.
How could a full-term pregnancy go unnoticed?
Both tests were negative when I took them.
Did the mothers unknowingly risk their babies' lives?
I just saw tissue and blood. I thought it was her intestines, to be honest with you.
How you doing, Ashley?
Okay, I guess.
Good.
Ashley was born with a hole in her heart.
Why don't you take a few deep breaths for me?
The condition makes her heart and lungs work much harder than normal to deliver oxygen to her body.
It looks like the murmur's still there.
What's that mean, a murmur?
The doctors always told me that if I'm ever considered having children, it might be too risky on my heart. They said me going into labor or birthing a child would be too much strain and stress on my heart and could be fatal to me.
Ashley's heart condition gets worse in high school from the physical strain of being a cheerleader.
Probably 3 or 4 times, my parents had to take me to the hospital with blood clots either in my abdomen or my legs.
Got your water, baby.
In the 5 years after high school, Ashley continues to have heart and circulation issues. By the time she turns 22, her history of blood clots now makes it even more dangerous for her to bear children.
Don't do it!
So that year, when Ashley moves in with her boyfriend Dustin, the couple takes every precaution against getting pregnant.
Ashley was taking birth control pills. The thought of having kids never crossed her mind.
Love you.
I love you too.
How you doing, baby?
Not good. I'm gonna tell the dentist to pull this thing.
Ashley's heart condition requires her to take extraordinary measures to avoid bacterial infections.
She has to take antibiotics when she goes to the dentist because of her heart.
Tell them to prescribe you some antibiotics.
Got it covered.
After a visit to the dentist in April of 2006, Ashley starts a brief cycle of antibiotics. Even though Ashley is on the pill, her menstrual cycles have always been irregular, averaging between 8 and 10 times a year. When her period does come, it can often be extremely light. When Ashley misses her period in May, she doesn't consider pregnancy as a possibility.
I didn't think anything of it because of my past with going months without periods.
Oh, so much better. Full of energy, please.
In spite of her health problems, she works out 3 days a week. Being physically active helps Ashley stay slim throughout the summer of 2006.
I still wore a bikini and never, thought I needed to cover up or that I was too fat to be wearing a bikini.
Yeah, by the pool.
She never experiences morning sickness, nausea, or mood shifts. However, Ashley does gain 10 pounds.
I was gaining a little bit of weight here and there. I was just eating at work, having banquets at work, and constantly eating. And Dustin would prepare big meals at the apartment for us.
The weight change is hardly noticeable on her still slim 110-pound frame.
Naturally, I was thinking, wow, I'd like to look that good in a bikini.
Towards the end of the summer, Ashley develops an unusual food craving.
I remember one time eating almost like a whole jar of pickles.
However, since she is still on the pill and getting her period every few months, Ashley doesn't think anything of it.
They're so good.
I swear to sin, you must be pregnant.
And I remember somebody jokingly saying, "Ashley, are you pregnant?" And I just looked at him and laughed and said, "There's no way. I just love pickles." I've never had any morning sickness or nausea.
Ashley never complained to me about any lower back aches or having frequent bathroom breaks or anything like that. She seemed normal to me.
Then, on November 2nd, 2006, Ashley wakes up at 2 a.m. with an overwhelming pain in her abdomen.
I'm having a blood clot. I thought I was dying. It brought back memories from high school when I had the blood clots. I said, Dustin, I'm gonna drive myself to the hospital.
Give me a second, I'll take you.
No, you got work tomorrow. I'll be fine, really.
Call me when you get there.
Okay.
The last thing I remember that morning was locking the apartment door behind me.
Hey, ma'am?
About 30 minutes later, a neighbor arrives home and finds Ashley unconscious.
Oh, God. I'm gonna call 911.
I have an emergency. My neighbor collapsed on the front yard.
Alan, an EMT and also one of Ashley's classmates from high school, responds to the call.
I knew it was Ashley when I walked through the front door. She was very sweaty.
I think I was in so much pain and it was so much stress for my heart that my body just, it shut off.
Why is she wet?
I don't know.
Is that blood?
Strangely, Ashley's pajama pants are soaking wet and slightly bloody. Upon further examination, the EMTs make a shocking discovery.
Whoa, she's crowning. Please. She's in labor?
Ashley is in labor and fully dilated, and she didn't even know she was pregnant. Her pajamas are wet because her water broke on its own while she was passed out on the lawn.
Is this your first time? Yeah, I've never, oh my God.
I was so nervous because this was my first delivery ever.
You're gonna be okay, Ash. You're gonna be all right. It's okay.
I felt like I'm going with the wind. I didn't tell my partner I don't know nothing about birthing babies.
The situation is critical. Ashley's heart condition makes the strain of labor extremely dangerous. To make matters worse, it's too late for her to make it to the hospital. She has to have the baby now with minimal medical assistance.
Listen up now, you got this. Oh my God.
True or false? Before you take a home pregnancy test, you should drink several glasses of water so that you can produce enough urine for the test. The answer when we return. True or false? Before you take a home pregnancy test, you should drink several glasses of water so that you can produce enough urine for the test. The answer? False. Drinking too much fluid before taking the test may result in a false negative result. For the most accurate results, take the test first thing in the morning when your urine is most concentrated. EMTs have just made a shocking discovery. 22-year-old, 110-pound Ashley has been in labor for almost an hour without knowing she was pregnant.
She's crowning.
My body just shut off.
Ashley's congenital heart condition makes the physical strain of labor and delivery extremely dangerous.
I'm gonna need you to push, okay, honey? All right, you're gonna be all right. Push, Ashley, you can do it.
She had come around enough to start being able to push.
One more push, Ash, you can do it. Listen up now, you got this. Oh my God. You're almost there, all right?
We held her for just a minute and she started crying on her own.
You got a little baby girl.
Ashley has just given birth vaginally to a baby girl without an epidural or any pain medication.
I don't remember her coming out. I don't remember feeling her coming out.
You got a baby. You seeing this?
The EMTs cut the umbilical cord. While a few doors away, the commotion wakes Ashley's boyfriend, Dustin.
I go outside and Ashley's car is still parked in the driveway and I see her purse laying on the ground.
Hello?
I'm worried. I think maybe if it was a blood clot, one of us broke loose.
Good job, Ashley, you did it. Hello? What's going on? Hi, Dustin, you're a new daddy.
That's how I found out that Ashley's pregnant, like that right there. I think I kind of had an out-of-mind experience, thought I was still dreaming, couldn't believe it.
Okay, we got to get her out of here. She's not pregnant.
Ashley is still barely conscious. Her heart condition means that both mother and child need immediate life-saving medical care.
We're going to lift you up, Ash, okay? You stay with us, all right? We got you. You're going to be fine.
I came to a little bit, in the ambulance, and I thought, oh God, I was in a car wreck on my way to the hospital.
Did I have a car accident?
No, honey, you just had a baby.
What?
Mama, Ashley.
It didn't sink in that I had had a child.
Very nice.
What do we got?
3 pounds, 1 ounce.
At the hospital, doctors find the 3-pound, 1-ounce newborn to be about 10 weeks premature. Ashley has been pregnant for around 30 weeks and never even knew it.
Respiration, 1.
Respiration 1.
A baby that's 9 weeks premature more than likely will have lung immaturity issues.
Respiration unchanged. Pulse unchanged.
Pulse unchanged.
At barely over 3 pounds, baby Audrey is in dire condition. Her stomach, heart, and lungs are underdeveloped. Her premature immune system also puts her at high risk for infection.
The baby would be in an incubator in the hands of the neonatologist.
She mainly had to stay in the high-risk nursery just for development.
They discovered that her lungs weren't completely developed, so they had to put her on a breathing machine to let her lungs and stomach develop properly.
I got a phone call. Dustin said, Mother, we didn't know we were pregnant, and Ashley just gave birth to a little girl. And I'm shaking my head like, what did I just hear?
The strain of labor resulted in Ashley's near coma-like state during delivery because of her heart condition. Fortunately, she quickly recovers and is well enough to visit her daughter within 2 days.
The first time I got to hold her was when it really sunk in.
Are you the mother? Yes. Follow me. Okay.
While Audrey was in the high-risk nursery, Dustin and I spent days, shopping, buying her clothes for when she came home.
After 5 weeks in the hospital, baby Audrey, now 6 pounds, is finally healthy enough to go home. So how did the 110-pound young woman not know she was pregnant?
Because I was on the birth control, I would have never in a million years guessed that I was going to get pregnant.
I've even asked my friends, though, did she look any different to you? And all of them gave me the same response. No.
Doctors suspect that Ashley conceived in April after her dental visit. Most likely, the antibiotics she was taking interfered with the birth control pill.
If a patient is taking birth control pills and is also placed on antibiotics, the levels of estrogen and progesterone may decrease, which can increase her risk for spontaneous ovulation, which could potentially allow her to get pregnant during that time.
What is most surprising is that although Ashley craved foods like pickles, she barely gained any weight, a telltale sign of pregnancy.
From the time that I met Ashley, she weighed maybe 99 pounds, and then when she had Audrey, at most, she probably weighed 110.
It's absolutely possible for a patient to go through a full-term pregnancy and not experience significant weight gain.
Ashley did not show any typical symptoms of pregnancy.
I never saw her with any nausea or mood shifts.
While I was pregnant, I never had any morning sickness or nausea.
Each pregnancy is different for each patient, and from pregnancy to pregnancy in the same patient, it is different.
Since her periods were often light, Ashley also mistakenly believed that she was having her period